Here we have the current stock market update for GameStop Corporation, stock ticker GME. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comments section below so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're going to do here is start with the hourly price chart just to sort of get a broad view of the price structure that we're seeing at the moment. What we can see is that share prices again are starting to roll over right at a key resistance level. So in this video, what we're going to be doing is drilling down into these shorter term time frames so that we can get a little bit more detail on these near term price movements, hopefully identify some important support and resistance zones so that traders can hopefully come up with a profitable trading strategy for this stock going forward. So what we can see here currently is that if we just sort of start with the hourly time frame here for a moment, what we can see is that as things currently stand, share prices are having a tremendous amount of difficulty moving back inside of the exponential moving average cluster. So what we have here, this yellow descending line here, is the 20-hour exponential moving average. If we were to break above there, it would take some of the pressure off of the downside because you would start to expect to see a bit more of a sideways consolidative, almost neutral sort of price movement that would sort of be trading in a sideways direction rather than continued expectation for downside price movement. So if you're bullish on the stock, what you really need to see at this point is for share prices to at least break above this yellow line here, because that would at least remove the resistance that's being created by the stock's moving averages. In addition to that, we can actually move in here a bit now that we understand where the hourly moving averages are. We can move into the 15-minute price zone here just to see, this current resistance area that's unfolding in a bit more detail. So, as we can see here, this recent attempted move higher here did find some support at roughly 1931. And then we started to find resistance once again right around this 2090 area. This area of resistance is significant now for a few reasons. So not only because we have failed here on multiple occasions, this does really create a double top resistance zone, as we can see here, one top, two tops. That tends to become more difficult to overcome once you see price formations like that. But even what's worse about this is that if share prices are not able to break above this level, you're not going to be able to move back into this price gap zone that was seen previously. Of course, this was the price gap that was created after GameStop reported its most recent earnings report. There was more evidence of share price dilution in that report, which was a major negative. And it really shows that, in my opinion, this company does not have the concerns of shareholders in mind when they're making these decisions. It really is unfortunate because, so much of this company is being supported by the shareholders at this point. And they don't really seem to care about that. They don't seem to reward that activity really in any way at all, from what I can see. So as things currently stand, this was a tremendous price movement to the downside. That reaction, could be expected when you start to see a dilution event like that. That's continuous. That seems to happen over and over again. The major risk here is that share prices don't actually move back into this price gapping area, because in most cases, what you would expect to see at that point would be share price movement in the positive direction to refill all of this price gap, because there are, GameStop is still a large stock in the market. There are going to be a lot of buy and sell orders that are parked in this area. And the presumption here typically is that those buy and sell orders, will need to be filled at some point. But the main risk here is that if share prices don't break back above this area, and it currently comes in, you could say that the top here could be seen right around $21.10. We would really need to break above there in order to start to move back into this region here. Once that happens, it's a good sign, because you do start to get some free momentum in the stock, some sort of automatic momentum. And since the share price gap occurred to the downside, the momentum would be occurring in the positive direction. You would need to fill this to the top side. So, that is a positive event if it can be seen. But this most recent resistance area, this double top short-term resistance area, is now coming in right around $20.90. So we're not even really retesting this $21.10 area. And this is the price region that you're going to need to break above if you're bullish on this stock. That's sort of the only hope of this price gap being refilled. If share prices don't break back above there, then the share price gap does not need to be refilled. I mean, that's the stark reality of it. So, there is a tremendous potential here for upside price movement. But if this $21 resistance area continues to hold, it's possible that we won't see that area, and that eventually those orders that are parked in that region will expire, will possibly be closed, and then if that occurs, then there is no price gap fill. So, as things currently stand, this is a major level of resistance at this point. It might not seem very important, and we are trading relatively close to there at the moment. Today's downside price movement has sent prices to roughly $20.30. So, you're going to need to see about another dollar in upside activity here in order to expect share prices to start to benefit from that positive momentum from the price gap itself. So, if we did see something like that, what could actually occur? To the top of this price gap currently comes in right just under 23.20. So, this could propel share prices back into that region. I mean, it is plausible. I don't think that would be evidence of a short squeeze or anything like that, which is what everybody on the platform seems to think is imminent. But those types of projections are made on a daily basis. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Like if you say something is going to happen every day and then it never happens, at some point these projections start to become suspicious at best, borderline criminal at worst, in my opinion. So, what we do have to look at is the price action itself. And if we're not able to overcome this $21 area relatively soon, the orders that would be parked here could start to either expire or just be closed. I mean, you could start to see people close those open trades and just move them lower into this lower price region. So this is ultimately the major risk here and the possible reward. I mean, if you are able to break above $21 per share, you get some free momentum in the stock, possibly to roughly $23.20. So that I'm sure would be good news for many people. So here's the current stock market update for GameStop Corporation, stock ticker GME. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.